Hey everybody. Okay, so it is pouring rain outside and I can't hear a thing, and I don't think you'd be able to hear a thing. Day 3 of the water fast. How do I feel? I got my list. I'm gonna try and keep this short because my last video was like 19 minutes and it took over 6 hours to upload. So I'm gonna start with sleep. It sucked again last night. I sat in the recliner. Not a comfortable recliner. And I slept more than I did last night, but the quality of sleep was not good. That's what I guess I want to say. And it was really hard to get going this morning. No coffee, no food, no energy. So I had to make myself exercise this morning. And by the time I was about 70 minutes into it, I was holding on to the treadmill. I don't normally do that. So I really was like, I want this over. Normally I watch videos or something while I'm walking on there. And I tried to run walk. But instead of my left sinus being clogged, it was both of my sinuses being clogged. So I was like, I can't just keep not doing this. I'm gonna try to run. And I did it 3 times, but I didn't really push myself super hard because I know my energy level is kind of and my body is really... Okay, I'm going into this not healthy. So maybe if I was fit and then I did a water fast and I was exercising but I'm like doing all this stuff at once because I'm extreme like that. And so I just kind of know when to lay off a little bit. So this morning I'm like, I'm doing good to get an hour and a half in. So I did, of course, an hour and a half. That's what I've been trying to get every day. 5.1 miles, 632 calories. For some reason, I don't know what it could be. I don't know what the problem is. But I got leg cramps. That's my right calf, but... And I forgot to mention in yesterday's video that I had a little bit of headache and nausea, and I think the headache's just from not eating. And I think the nausea is from my sinuses draining. But who knows? Y'all ain't gonna want to do no water fast after I finish this list. I'm sorry. I just gotta be honest with you. And it does affect everybody different, so just keep that in mind. Another fun thing. This morning I started brushing my teeth and it felt like my jaw was locking up. Now, if you've ever done not smoothies, juice feasting juice feasting, you go, a lot of people do 30 days, something like that. If you end up doing a juice feast that long, your muscles and your face, you work them eating. And a lot of people that juice feast will tell you that you need to make sure that when you are doing a juice feast that you keep exercising those jaw muscles. They will tell you chew your juice, which is kind of strange, but that's the concept behind that, is to keep them, because when you go back to solid food, it's kind of it hurts your jaw to chew that much after it hasn't been chewing for that long. And with juice feasting, not so much water. I mean, it doesn't apply with water at all, really, but with juice feasting, you want to also release those digestive enzymes in your mouth that help with the digestive process. So that's the other reason they do it. But it's not important with water. But to do it, not for the digestive enzymes, but for water to keep the muscles from locking up on you. I cheated. I couldn't stand it. That sinus thing is crazy. I must have an infection. That sinus thing kicked in 20 minutes after I was on the treadmill, and I didn't want to stop. I'm like, I'm not stopping. I'm just going to push through. And it rode with me the whole time I was on the treadmill. So I was like I had earmuffs on or something, or earplugs in, and you can hear yourself, just like that muffled sound. It was driving me nuts. So I'm like, I can't stand it. I can't stand the pressure. So I went in the kitchen and I did a little piece of horseradish. I took a piece of horseradish and I threw it in the Ninja with some water. And then I strained out the juice. So let me tell you something. I'm fairly new to horseradish. I mean, I've known about it, but I haven't really used it. And I really got fascinated with it when I started eating wasabi. And I was like, wow. I mean, I've always loved hot peppers, and I love the way they open up your sinuses. But wasabi was like right here. And if you have a sinus infection or congestion or something like that, it just nails it right in the spot. So I bought some wasabi, but it has a lot of extra ingredients that I'm not interested in taking. I think it has soy something in it, and I'm not really supposed to have soy according to my nutritionist, so I'm like, I'm not going to bother. I'll just get the horseradish. So I bought the horseradish root. Here's my tip. When I juiced that thing and put it in the cup and went to go take a sip, it was, if you're sensitive to onions because they make you cry and all and make your eyes burn, it was about 50 times worse than that. I was blinded for a few seconds. It was god awful. And I'm like, why didn't it open my sinuses? But it didn't. So I poured a little bit in, mixed with more water, and then I went and got a straw. And I sipped on that a little bit until it opened me up, and it did. It's great for sinus stuff and colds and flu and all that stuff. So I guess in a way that was cheating because it wasn't straight up water, but come on. I'm not eating anything. Sometimes I'm a little hard on myself. And the other thing that I forgot to mention that I had as kind of a side effect, but I had this before, and it was one of the things that kind of made me want to get my butt in gear, and that's orthostatic hypotension. And anybody that doesn't know what that is, it's where you stand up from a sitting or laying position and you get like a head rush because your heart's not really compensating for it's got to get the blood up there, and it doesn't do so well. So I think it's a little more prominent, not bad, not anything to really be concerned about, but definitely something to just make sure I keep in check. And it only happens, every once in a while. And I'm not the best drinker. It is 4 o'clock right now, and I am ashamed to say I've only got 1 quart down, and I just, I wish I could drink distilled water, but that's not like my favorite water, but it's not good for you to drink. So I'm stuck with well water. And it's not that we have bad well water, it's just I don't like all the mineral taste that we have in our water. So anyway, I may end up throwing some lemon juice in there just to make myself do it more. I mean, I'm going to drink them all before bedtime. It's just I push it up a little close to bedtime, so that's not good either because that doesn't help me sleep good. But I only got up like twice last night, I think. I usually go to bed at about 9, and then I wake up about 10 or 11 and go to the bathroom, and then I'm good to go until early morning, about 4 o'clock in the morning, and I'll get up and go again. And last night was about that pattern. So it wasn't that I got up too many times, it was just that I didn't sleep good and hard like I did that first day before I started all of this. So I'm gonna press on. I don't have any problems, I don't have anything really saying, oh my God, you gotta stop, you're crazy. I mean, my hunger pains have backed off a little bit today. I'm not really craving anything. I'm not really going through any emotional stuff. It's just the symptoms that I mentioned here. So that ain't nothing I can't beat. And if I gotta throw horseradish in for my sinuses, then whatever. If I gotta throw lemon in to help keep things going. And did I mention that? I threw apple cider vinegar in it last night too, because I was having really bad problems with my left kidney. And I'm drinking my gallon a day, but whatever. I could have an infection or something. That's actually how they found that I had kidney stones, was through a urinary tract infection, because I didn't even know I had a stone at that time, and it covered a whole minor calyx, so that was pretty massive. And then for me not to know, so I'll probably have another one, because I do everything wrong when it comes to developing kidney stones. So it could be that, and the apple cider vinegar will help with that. So I'll throw that in tonight. Not tonight, because I did it this morning. I'll probably throw it in tomorrow morning. And I'm not sticking it in all my water. I just put it in a little bit of water and go ahead and just chug it. Because it is acid, just like the lemon juice. Because I used to put that in my water all the time in the old glass. But you don't want all that on your enamel, it'll eat it away. So I'm going to start doing it in small concentrations. Did I learn anything else in the last couple of days I want to mention? I don't think so. That's kind of it. But I'm still alive. I'm on round 3. And I'm going to keep going. I hope I have a little more energy tomorrow. Tomorrow's a little more hopeful. These are the hardest days. The second and third day are the hardest. That's probably why I quit last time and only did a 3-day one. I'm like, 3's good enough. But I'm not going to stop. I'll be fine. And I could add those ingredients that I said, but that's all I'd add. There's nothing else I would need. And still doing the enemas. Last night's enema came out. Still getting stuff out. Really. So just keep that in mind. It's 2 days of no food. 2 days of hardly any food. And I'm still getting stuff out. Wow. A lot of people don't realize they're constipated. Because it's not really what you think. You're supposed to have like 4 or 5 bowel movements a day. And that's considered normal. Now, it's different for everybody. But you should at least have like 2 a day. The average person. At least that. And all that depends on how much you eat. And let's face it, we're Americans. We're eating. So, and if you're only having 1 a day, or if you don't have 1 in a day and you go like every other day or something, I'd be concerned, I'm concerned now. Still washing this stuff out, but anyway, that's it. That's a wrap. 15 minutes. I better hurry up and upload this before tomorrow. It took like it was more than 6 hours. It took from like 4 o'clock to 11 o'clock last night to finally post. That's insane. But anyway, I'll keep you posted. I hope you're having a great day wherever you are. I'm hanging in there, so you guys pray for me. And I'll see you tomorrow.